Phew. I gotta get myself together here. Good morning. I almost didn't make it. And I actually feel like it might have been just like a little bit better for us to start a little bit earlier. I don't know why I'm whispering. I'm about to sing songs. But good morning, gatherers. Oh my gosh. There's already a handful of you hanging out. I love that. Well, oh, hi. I see you. For those of you that don't know why I'm doing this, we attempted to gather. Oh man, the skeeters are out this morning. They're gonna be biting me. We attempted to do this last Saturday. We were playing an awesome show out on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, at a place called Payamet Performing Arts Center. And we couldn't get our live stream to work, which means I let you down. I let you gatherers down. Our deal, our arbitrary deal that we came up with, that I came up with and just started doing, is that every Tuesday we gather at the same time, and every weekend at some point we just go live, and that's almost always at a show when we have one, and we almost always have one. And we missed last weekend, so I also made the executive decision to drink coffee this morning. We've done a handful of these sunrises before, and it has been a bit of a stupid tradition that I drink a beer with you at sunrise. By the way, you can see literally the mosquitoes flying past the screen as I'm talking to you. And I will say this, because of you gatherers, I now know what it feels like to wake up early in the morning and drink a beer the very first thing. It feels pretty good, actually. Until maybe an hour or two later. But I decided for coffee this morning because as soon as we finish the gathering, I have to be a functional daddy. Not that I can't be functional after a beer, but I don't know. I went for coffee, so cheers. I hope you have coffee wherever you are. We could have started this at 5:45, and it would have been perfect. It's a little bit of a cloudy day, but if you can see, especially over this way, I'm gonna get out of the screen and the sun's kind of already coming up. But can you believe, most importantly, where I live? It's amazing, right? Yeah, I live here. Crazy, right? I think about that every single morning. How lucky I am to be here. It is low tide. We've done this a handful of times, but actually, if you're looking out, this whole section right here, I mean, this rock that I'm standing on at high tide is underwater. It's actually pretty slippy right now, so and not very even. So I may buy it during this gathering. I may slide right down the rock and into the mud. But when it gets to be low tide, I can't believe how many of you are actually awake right now and gathering with me. This is awesome. But when it's low tide, this whole This is called Mosquito Harbor. Appropriate this morning, although there have been like 0 mosquitoes this summer, it's felt like, or very few in our yard. But this all becomes a mud flat, which is pretty crazy and cool. I got a clamming license when I first moved here because I'm like, oh my God, this mud flat is like perfect. I'll go out clamming. I have walked through it. I mean, once you step off these rocks and into the mud out there, it is like, it'll sink, you will sink almost up to your knees. And I have these waders, although really, I need the kind that go up over the shoulders if I'm really gonna go out there, because I've had a couple I've had a couple moments walking through the mud flats where literally the mud has taken my boot. Brutal. But I got a clamming license because I was like, oh man, I want to go out there and dig for clams. I know they're out there because the seagulls get them and smash them on the rocks and eat. And so we have smashed clamshells on these rocks. So I got my license. I was ready to go, and then when they gave me my license, they gave me a map of the peninsula, and specifically where you are allowed to go clamming and where you are not allowed to go clamming, and we are not allowed to go clamming in Mosquito Harbor. Who knew? Everybody knew that lives here, except for me, but now I know. I'm gonna start off, now we are playing contenders for the album, and I have done a crappy job of keeping track of the contenders I've shared so far. I've got to dig back in, and I wanted to do it this morning, but it was one of those mornings, you know, when you wake up slow and it's just like every little step, you're not awake yet, you forget something, everything just takes longer sometimes, right? That happens to me, especially when I'm really tired and I'm waking up and I'm trying to get ready to wake up the girls and get Willa ready for school, and everything takes longer for some reason, right? That's what happened this morning. So I wrote down a little list, and I tried to write down a list of the contenders that I don't have to sing too loudly on, so I hopefully don't wake up my neighbors. But I thought I'd start with 2 of the contenders for the album coming up, inspired by my wife, Allie, who is amazing. And when I tell her stuff like, I'm sorry, baby, I have to set the alarm for 5:30 to gather, and we're both tired, and I know she's gonna wake up and probably not get back to sleep. She never complains. She never gets pissy about it. It's pretty amazing. This is one that I wrote. Both of the contenders are songs that I wrote years ago, as we were together for many years, and before we got married and had kids, and it started off as a friendship that became more than a friendship, right? And that's what it's always been. It's always been this amazing friendship and partnership that's gotten deeper and deeper over time. This awesome slow burn, you know? And so there are a handful of songs that I've written as I was kind of realizing and learning that I was falling in love. And love this song. It's called Roll No More. I released it on a solo album, but I've never done anything. I feel like it could be really nice. With a quiet and pretty accompaniment in the back. All the skeeters. Come on, baby, let's try it one more time. You bring your scars, and I'll bring my crimes. We'll raise a toast to the things left behind, and we'll roll no more. We'll roll no more. I've been thinking as fall comes around, still taking punches, chained in this town. Maybe the best of it we've already found. We should roll no more. Let's roll no more. Maybe it's crazy, I know that it scares me, but we make each other happy. We make each other happy. Come on, baby, read me like you do. After all the trials and the shit that we've been through, all I want is to stay here with you. Let's roll no more. Let's roll no more. Yeah, the skeeters are bad, but as some of you longtime gatherers appreciate, we've been through a lot worse at gatherings, haven't we? And it's nice to be out here with you. It is a little cloudy, so we are not seeing a sunrise like I'd hoped, which probably means we need to do this again. That's like kind of where the sun is coming up over here, behind that house over there. And there is an amazing moon behind us, which I will get to on song 3. But we have another alley song to play. I have a feeling that this is not gonna be one of the songs chosen, unfortunately. The first day that we were sharing the contenders for our studio project in Austin, Texas, and for those of you just joining us, we are in the midst of a series of gatherings during which I am sharing contenders for the studio project that we are working on in Austin, Texas. In another couple weeks, we will be flying to Austin for round 2 at a recording studio called The Finishing School, working with a producer named Gordy Quist from a band called The Band of Heathens. And we had a great and inspiring time out there. recording live in a really cool studio with some awesome session players out there, and it was me and the bandies, and a keyboard player and a guitarist. It was just it was really fun. We were recording all the songs live, and some of them new arrangements, and one of the songs, a song that I just wrote while in the studio that weekend, and we want to do a full album out there, and we want to capture that vibe and release an album of it all. So we're headed back, but the challenge is that I write a lot of songs, and there are a lot of songs that are contenders. I sent our producer, I believe the number is 31. There are 31 contenders for a 10-song album, which means 20 songs have to wait. They just have to wait. They just have to wait. And it's probably not a big deal for everyone except for me, who is really anxious and excited to release music all the time. It's ironic. I write a lot of songs, and I want to record them well, and I want to get them out so that y'all can be listening to them. But I really struggle with the studio. I struggle with the studio. It is not my art form. It is a whole different art form. We've talked about this before. It is a whole different art form to record music than it is to write songs and perform songs. When we perform songs live, there is an energy and a magic and an exchange that happens between us and whomever we are performing for. And it is very, very hard. I mean, we recorded live albums, and those are fun, but there is something to a really beautifully crafted studio recording, even when it's done live in the studio, right? But that is just I don't know. I feel like it's the part of my musical career that I haven't quite figured out yet. In the 20 years I've been playing music, I'm proud of the things we've recorded, but they're not quite there yet. They're not quite there yet. I probably will never feel that they're there, but I don't know. Anyways, how about another one? Another contender inspired by my wife, Allie. This one is called Letter to Allison, and it is the one song on this list. I am not sure. I may have shared it with y'all as we've been going over contenders for this album. If I'm playing this twice, I apologize. What I was gonna say is that last song, as well as this song, they may not make the cut because the first night that we were sharing contenders, I shared with you a handful of the ballads that are in top contention, I would consider, and it's hard, right? When thinking about an album, I don't want it to be too sleepy. I want to have, we have lots of good energy songs in contention as well, and so you can only kind of put so many, I think, slow and mid-tempo songs on an album. I may be wrong. I mean, God, I was listening to a Norah Jones album with the girls the other day, and every song is slow and mid-tempo, and it's beautiful, and it's awesome to listen to, so, but probably not for this particular project. All right. Letter to Allison. I'm writing you from out on the road. The Great Fall Plains just south of Kankakee. Suddenly I'm here. We thought that it's all meant to be. Like maybe our lives are a poem. The lines get wiser and simpler with age. And all we can do is guide the words as they fall to the page. In the cars doing 80 down 5, and we all are courageous alive. And this road, it connects every heart that is beating tonight. I wanna live so hard I forget my name. Forget my name, forget my name. I wanna live so hard I break like the raindrops that fall on the ground at your feet far away from me. Ooh. Been thinking about all that we had, and I'm thinking about all that we need. I'm thinking both answers are simply our stubborn belief. And I'm singing out loud as I drive. We all are courageous alive. And this road, it connects both our hearts as they beat tonight. I wanna live so hard I forget my name. Forget my name. Forget my name. I wanna live so hard I break like raindrops that fall on the ground at your feet far away. And I hope that you feel this connection. I hope that you're sleeping at peace, knowing there's no such thing as direction, just what we choose to see. I wanna live so hard, forget my name, forget my name, forget my name. We can live so hard and forget our names, forget our names, forget our names. We can live so hard, break like raindrops that fall on the ground at your feet far away from me. From me, yeah. From me. Okay. We have to get tactical on this. And I have been watching the beautiful moon that's out this morning slowly go down behind that tree. It's still up above the tree, but it's in the cloud cover. And I've got to try and figure this out here. Okay, now, can you see it? Oh, you see the mosquitoes on there? Okay. That's my neighbor Molly's house. And back there, right up there, you see that moon over that tree? It's a really beautiful thing to wake up to. Okay, so I want to keep it in frame for us, but I don't want to be out of frame because now I just want to see. I'm going to try and stand back a little ways because this is a little too closely intense for 6:30 a.m. Nobody needs to see this face this up close this early is my point. Okay, so hold on a second. I'll try not to slip. So because these rocks are underwater when the tide is high, right, it takes them an hour or two when the tide goes down, especially when there's not sun out, right? They're very, very slippery. So I got my Crocs on this morning just for a little extra grip and a little extra warmth. Okay, hold on. Now, I don't like talking to you this far away. I'm coming back up to talk. This is another sunrise gatherings are fun for me. This is another contender for the album. It's a song that I wrote a couple years ago. I was at a friend's house, walking on a beach under the moon. It was one of the rare nights when I just set everything aside, the to-do list aside, right? I set the to-do list aside sometimes, but sometimes it's just because I need to like vegetate, right? And rest my brain. But every once in a while I can set everything aside for a small window and just allow myself to process and to think and sometimes write songs. I love that. I love those nights. And I wish I made myself do them more often. I really don't feel like I have a ton of space to do that these days. Anyways, it was a night of walking on a beach and kind of reflecting on things. And this song came out of it. And it's called Little Moon, and it's one of our contenders. Another one that is maybe not gonna make the cut on the album, but I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure about any of these. I love the last two songs that I played for y'all a lot, and I would love for us to record them in the studio and so anyways, I'm gonna share it with you. A contender, Little Moon. Okay, I'm going back to my perch, and I hope you'll be able to hear. I hope you'll be able to hear. All right. I just think that it was cool. That tree is so beautiful, and the moon above it. You can like barely see it right now, but it's big out here. It's big out here, and really beautiful. I can zoom in for a second, maybe. Oh God, you don't need that. Hold on a second. Let's see. Can you see it if I keep zooming? Get up there. There it is. Over that tree. It's a good moon to wake up to, is all I'm saying. Maybe I can do that, and I can zoom in a little bit. And maybe I'll be a little closer to you when I go way, way back there. And I hope you'll be able to hear okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, all right. Must be driving in the wrong direction as each day gets farther from feeling like home. Must be striving without reflection as each day gets farther from feeling like home. Little moon, guide me on, counting my paces, dust on my laces, walking with ghosts that ain't go what is gone. Trying to cherish quietly the things I have today. Little moon, through just a little glow to guide my way. I've made so many mistakes, but without each and every one of them I would not be in this place. Tried to throw the wood, have bins and bins away, and practice my falling with grace. Feel the wind whisper on my face. Just surviving my imperfections when days are falling, feeling like home. Little moon, guide me on, counting my paces, dust on my laces, walking with ghosts that ain't go what is gone. Trying to cherish quietly the things I have today. Little moon, through just a little glow to guide my way. Guide my way. Little moon, guide me on, counting my paces, dust on my laces, walking with ghosts that ain't go what is gone. Trying to cherish quietly the things I have today. Little moon, through just a little glow to guide my way. To guide my way. Guide my way. You still see the moon up there? The moon went behind a tree. That was kind of a fail, moon-wise, and I don't know if you could hear me. I'm gonna bring you back. Okay, bringing you back. Oh boy. Also, on top of it all, my tripod is broken, which happens because, oh God, we buy cheap things. I should have a nicer tripod. I mean, The nice thing about a shitty tripod is that it's light. Light is good when you have to bring the tripod to strange places all the time and record. They just break. This is probably the fourth or fifth tripod of the Gathering series. All right. Cheers. My coffee's getting cold. The thing about cracking a beer at 6 a.m. is that, right, as the gathering goes on, it gets a little warmer. And I know, I got a weird thing going on in that I like a warm beer. It's strange, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. When it's beautiful and we're outside and I'm grilling on the barbecue, I want a cold beer. I want a cold, delicious beer to cool me off. That feels like summer. But when it's not super hot out or super sunny out, I like a warm beer. I know, it's weird, right? Warm beer, cold pizza. Just gonna throw that out there. Warm beer, cold pizza. Yes, warm Bud Light. Yes, even warm Bud Light. I'm so excited so many of you are joining me this morning. We tried something this morning, and you would have thought after 828 gatherings, we would have tried this before, but we did not. We have not, but we scheduled this live stream. Usually, when we gather, even if I've announced that it's coming, I just go to our page and I set up a live stream and I go. But there's always this option to schedule a live stream, and my friend Robin helped me do that last night for the very first time in 828 gatherings. Maybe some of y'all are up this morning and hanging with me because you saw a post saying we were gathering this morning and you knew it was happening. Anyways, we're gonna keep trying this. It could also just be that that a lot of you are up early in the mornings, and this is a nice time to gather. It's kind of a nice time for me to gather. We are not getting brilliant sunrise colors, but it is a nice sunrise, guys. I'm gonna see if I can focus in on that and get you some more colors there. I mean, the challenge really is that as beautiful as this is, I'm looking at the screen right now and it's not really doing the beauty of this morning and this place justice. But this mug is taking up way too much of the screen, in my opinion. Cheers. Go coffee. Oh, there's definitely multiple mosquitoes floating in my coffee right now. Sorry, little guys. It's a tough way to go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna just look and see what else we have. Oh, all right. I wrote down some stuff. This is about as organized as I've ever gotten for a show, right there. Every once in a while. It's not entirely true. There are so many people that join us at the Ramble. There are so many collaborations that I write out that set list. It is, because I wouldn't be able to keep it all in my brain. Or if I did keep it all in my brain, I would not be present. I would be not present on that stage at the Ramble. There's so much going on, so I really do plan out the Ramble. By the way, I'm not sure. I don't think the email has gone out yet of the official announcement, because we're still getting our acts together, and by we I really mean me. We announced on Tuesday night's gathering, the Ramble raised $151,000. $151,000 for our veterans in need, and that is a bananas number for a little independent underground festival that nobody's heard of, to be able to be doing that much good and having this much impact. It is just an inspiring thing, and I know you gatherers were a big part of it. Many of you volunteered at the Ramble and did incredible work, not just the day of the Ramble, but all summer long, prepping for the Ramble. Many of you were with us online, hanging out on that inspiring day. It's amazing. It's an amazing gift to get to be a part of it all. Okay. Another contender. This might also be another one that I played already. If I'm doubling up on the contenders, I apologize, gatherers. This one's called Just My Luck. You cut me in a sideways blind. I didn't have a chance. You pulled me in like fishing wire. You touching me, it felt like fire. Used to think that I couldn't lose, that my love was mine to choose. I'm a wreck, yeah, I'm all stuck. You're just my luck. Just my luck, yeah. I wonder if I deserve the way you hit me when you threw that dirt, the way you made my body shake. Yeah, it must have been my mistake. My dreams used to be a surprise. Now you're all I see when I close my eyes. I'm a wreck, yeah, I'm all stuck. You're just my luck. Come on. You're just my luck, yeah. Cold heads, it falls tails. Nope. I need sun, I get hail. I call heads, it falls tails. It falls tails each time. Ooh. stole. Turns out I never really had control. Never made that foolproof plan. Now I'm helpless under your command. Never knew that it would feel like this. If you could say I could erase one kiss, wouldn't do it for $1,000,000. You're just my luck. You're just my luck, yeah. I can't hit the high notes this early. You're just my luck. I don't see like the majority of the comments that are happening. It's a very tough challenge when we gather together because a lot of you are chatting and commenting and interacting, and I love that. And it's very tempting to just read what y'all are saying, because a lot of you are saying funny shit. Thank you for the claps and the love. I appreciate it. But especially when I'm playing songs too, I am, right, it is part of the mission, right, to be present within the song. And I think, for me, at least, part of performing a song the way I want to perform a song is being conscientious of the words that I'm singing and thinking about what the song is meaning as I'm expressing the song. I mean, it's just notes and it's just words, right? So we as artists can focus on a lot of things when we're playing, right? We can focus on rhythm and technique and the proficiency of those things, and we can focus on enunciation and pitch with our voices. For me, it's really interesting. I went every Thanksgiving. I go out to Nebraska and I hang with Allie's family, and they have a long-standing tradition from right back in the pioneer days. On Thanksgiving morning, the men go out and hunt pheasant. It's right in this age of equality. It's a strange gender gap, and it's not like the women in Allie's family aren't invited to hunt, and it's not like the women in Allie's family aren't good with guns, because they are. They are. I've seen it firsthand. It's just what happens. The ladies hang out and in the cabin, and the men traipse through the usually extremely cold fields of Nebraska, hunting pheasant. My point to all this is that one of my favorite fellas to be in the line with, and when you hunt pheasant, right, all the men, all the people that you're with, right, the way you do it is you're in a field, and however many hunters you got, you line up in a row on one side of the field, and then you slowly walk forward. You create this line, right? It's doing that. It's like raking the field, because the pheasant are underneath the tall grass, right? They're nesting under the tall grass, and so you try to scare them up. And as you're walking in this line, right, as you get to a pheasant, right, or multiple pheasants, right, they will be hearing these footsteps getting closer and closer, and at some point you will scare them up into the air. and as they're trying to fly away, you shoot them, and then you eat them. That is pheasant hunting. But one of my favorite fellas to be in the line with is Allie's Uncle Bob. And he is this quirky, amazing fella, and he is really fun to hunt with. And, you know, he said something to me that I think has a lot of deep wisdom in it. I was thinking about it the other day. He goes, Adam, you can practice. You can practice shooting a gun. And you can get really good at shooting a gun. But really, I think the key to being a good pheasant hunter is you really have to just wanna kill that bird. For a guy that did not grow up killing things, it has taken me a little while to acclimate. Now, I justify it all because I'm a meat eater, and I trust in the way that the state of Nebraska regulates hunting and tracks pheasant populations. I know they work very hard to do that, and so when we're out hunting these birds and then eating these birds, right? Like I feel like it may be a more humane way to get my meat than many of the meat that I get. So anyways, my point is this, right? I'm coming back around. I've digressed like 7 times, but there really is a point, and which is that I think that that's right. I think the difference between a great baseball player when they're swinging a bat or a great hunter when they really want to shoot that bird. They really want to hit that baseball, right? I think intention and desire factors into how good you are at doing a thing, right? I think that when performing, if I was really focused on my guitar playing or the pitch of my voice, I'd be a better performance guitar player and a better singer, right? But the thing that I tend to focus on when singing and performing is really wanting to communicate the words and the feeling of the song. That is what I focus on when I play, right? And maybe that's one of the reasons that it's harder for me in the studio, because I'm so removed from the people that I'm connecting to and playing for, right? It's an interesting thing to think about. I don't know why I started talking about that. I've come back to it. I said I was talking about high notes. I can't remember. It's too early. I was doing good coming back past all my tangents back to the main point that I wanted to make, and then I just lost it at the very end. It happens. So, I'm gonna look at our next song that we play. Oh my gosh, it's almost 7 o'clock and I have to wake up my babies. Let's play one more. I'm so psyched that y'all woke up to hang with me this morning. I say this every time we gather in the mornings, that we should do it more often. So let's do it more often. I think this week we do not have, I think we are doing a private show on Saturday, but I don't think we have a public show, so maybe we need to do another sunrise. I mean, it's painful to get started, but it always makes me happy when we do it. Okay, I'm gonna shut up because I gotta finish this gathering and wake up my girls. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. This is why I went off on those tangents to begin with. Now I remember. Because I am focusing on the words and trying to communicate the words, I don't get to see a lot of your comments. But I did see one during that last song, and it was a reference to my buddy Greg Kretschmar and the Morning Buzz, who sent me the funniest text, the funniest voicemail yesterday. He calls me, I'm listening to my voicemail, and he goes, and Greg is the host of one of the most popular morning shows, the most, hands down, popular morning radio show, the Morning Buzz in New England. In fact, as soon as I finish this, you should go listen to Greg and maybe write him an email during the show and give him some shit. He left me a voicemail, and it was basically like, oh, so you're cutting into my mornings now, huh? The mornings are my time. He goes, we're now competitors, motherfucker. It was awesome. It was an awesome voicemail to get. I love my friend. Okay, sorry. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we have. For these moments pass lightly and won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one damn slow. Let us drink one damn fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. What an awesome way to wake up. Thank you, gatherers, for motivating me to do this. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you again soon.